Hello. You can't tell because my avatar always looks kind of over it, but I'm actually pretty over it right now. Not gonna lie, the main reason why we are doing Smash Bros tonight instead of me, like, I don't know, streaming me editing or some crap like that is because I'm shocked. I'm shocked at how quickly people can forget how to drive once it starts raining. I mean, I'm shocked at a bunch of things, but like one of the main things that was kind of annoying me throughout this weekend, I'm actually going to be talking about throughout the stream. So let's get into that, shall we? I don't feel like hearing your mouth tonight, all right? So just there. I have yet to touch this file. So, not gonna hold you. My friend group has basically turned out exactly like how TV said we would. One of us dropped off the face of the planet, two of us fucked off to God knows where, basically meaning they don't live in this state anymore. One has a podcast, one's non-binary, and the other is on drugs and won't leave me the fuck alone anymore. So, you know, or yeah, because that was definitely disconnected. It wasn't, but you know, it says it was. But yeah, two of them left. I mean, supposedly three of them might have left because, again, no clue where Russ is. But last I saw him, he at least had, you know, like everything going for him. So maybe he moved away because of work reasons. CO basically got sick of living here and decided this place fucking sucks. Bye. So now they're, you know, off living their best life as they fucking should be. Kath has a podcast now. Kath is at least married, I think, last I heard about her, but you know, she has a podcast. I don't know what she identifies as, so supposedly to me they could still just be female. And meanwhile, Stinks hits me up all the time, and when I refuse to hit back, he kind of gets pissy. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks for making all the turds our fucking life. Oh, hey, Falco. I have Flyboy lead the charge. It's only going to let us pick 4 people, so... I need a different anchor. So yeah, if I wanted to get information about CO, I couldn't really do that because, well, most of the information that you get from, well, a photographer is from their social media. And since I suck at being on social media, that's asking a lot from me. You're about to. That would be a bad idea for you. Is this the end of Falcon? No, it's not. Okay, yeah, there's it better. That would still be a very bad idea for me to grab. Damn it. So that would be a bad idea for you to grab. Taunt? It is not taunt. Like, the bunny hood is not what would help in this situation. It would actually be a screw attack. Okay, that did go far enough. Thanks for saving. That real quick. Ow. We still take those. It's a statue, dumbass. Chill out. See, he's harmless. Look. He's a little goofball. So who was driving this bitch? Because, like, there was more than just that Game & Watch had... More than just those Game & Watch clones had to have been driving this hoe. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Game & Watch. But yeah, I haven't really had any problems with any of the other peeps because, they're just out living their best lives, kind of just doing what they want to do. But why I'm so intrinsically linked with this and why it seems to be just such a pin on my brain right now is because I have known all of these people since I was in kindergarten. Yeah, so this is basically the kindergarten group, hence why I said TV told us how to turn out, and we fucking did. Only, one of us hasn't gotten bottom surgery yet. I don't know what Sid's plans are. CO. I don't know what CO's plans are. Sid is somebody completely different. For one thing, Sid does have bottom surgery. So Sid is now just Sid. CO doesn't have bottom surgery, mostly because of the fact that they're non-binary. Also, I don't know what their plans are for that, so, I'm not going to put that type of stuff onto them. If they want to get that type of stuff done, that's their prerogative and their money. Also, their body, their choice. Hence, they have the freedom to do that. Depending on where they live. Because, senators suck. I already know that there's no senators that would be watching this, but to the 1%, to the 0.0000000000000000000000000% chance 0.1% chance that there is in fact a senator watching this shit. I'm just saying. Most of y'all suck. No offense. Back to the topic at hand before I started schizophrenically rambling about whatever the fuck. That's not how schizophrenia works. Yeah, you know, the only one that I have access to right now is Stinks, and if you've seen the music video or if you talk to me on Discord, you've probably heard a story or two about them or know what my headspace kind of thinks of the guy. Because for one thing, he has like broken multiple cardinal rules of gaming that were like just, wow, that is literally something that you shouldn't be telling me about, because that makes me want to not be around you. It makes me violently angry, actually. That's a story for at this level, though. Bro, jump. How much of a trap? Didn't tell you to do that. And I can take that with me. I literally just got out of this knot trap. Okay, well that's a trap. Sort of. It was a trap. It was actually easier to get out of than it looked. That is not an enemy that can be destroyed. What's this way? You're not coming with, little guy. It's not the direction I put. It's not the direction I keep telling you. That is it. That's not the direction I keep telling you to go. Shut up. Anyways, it's this way. Another door. Right? Another door. What's this one? Oh, that was the permanent door. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting this one to not be the permanent door. Unless they all kind of just led to the same place. This was in fact an arena that was not a permanent door. It was a trap door. Don't need it. No. Moving on. I have enough robs, but I'll get another. He despawned himself. Wait a minute. I heard that. There we go. Pretty sure a regular Keeper Dash wouldn't have made it. All right. Still don't need it. There was no door here. All right, let's start crossing doors off the list. This is literally where we just came from. Gotta love a good door refresh. Ow. There we go. I'm out of here. Does it mean you're not going to attack us? That doesn't really answer my question. So back to what I was saying before. Got quite a few stories about this guy. What's a story about Stinks that I could remember? I could talk about how we got kicked out of the club because of the guy. Or that time he said, hey, we should go out clubbing in the middle of a nor'easter. So the first time we went out clubbing, you know, it was, we went to the strip club and he ended up having me have to pay him out of something. Because he ended up letting the dancer dance on him and run up his tab until he didn't have enough cash on him to pay her. So I had to withdraw money for him. I'm allowed back at that place. He's not. Because supposedly he owes one of the dancers some money. It was not a strip joint. It was a gentleman's club. More than likely, His picture is up in the back somewhere. Then there's also when we went out during that nor'easter. There was a nor'easter that was going on, like I think 2 years ago. But for some reason, and I don't know why my dumbass decided to do this, but convinced me to go hang out with him, even though it was going to be fucking freezing out, which it was. So we went to the first spot. It was a pub, and he was on so many substances that he couldn't actually contain himself or like orient, so he was kind of just in a stupor the whole time. Meanwhile, I was trying to chat somebody up. The only thing was they noticed that I had my friend there, and when they noticed that said friend wasn't exactly all that responsive, they were like, oh, huh. We were kind of hoping that there was like a pretty boy and talkative boy dynamic going on. It's just two of us. So yeah, we didn't exactly stick around all that much because after a while, people kind of started to notice, hey, this dude's kind of off on one. So we decided to dip. It's still freezing outside, and subsequently, he's like, hey, let's go to a different one. There's another bar not too far from here. This one was an actual bar. We didn't stay in here too long either. The entire time, he's just ordering a drink, like a beer. Literally just a beer, and then finishing the beer, and then we're just dipping. Mostly because of the fact that that beer is just because of the, we gotta look like we belong there. So 2 spots and, multiple temperature drops, and we are still just on the crawl as the temperature gets to a point where it's like, wow, I didn't think it would actually hurt this much just to walk, but holy shit, I feel like I should stop, but like it's too cold for me to do that. And he goes, we should race. Like we should have a race like right now in the cold, right now. Let's race right now. And then he takes the fuck off down the sidewalk. So here we are, running for our fucking lives to God knows where, down the sidewalk, in the middle of the night, in the middle of a nor'easter. Saying all of this out loud, it's like I really am pathetic in this scenario because it's like there's no wonder why this guy can't feel the sheer cold that, Mother Gaiamon is inflicting on us right now. He's immune to sheer cold. He is numb. He can't feel anything right now. He literally has just been keeping his bump going. Like, when we finally got back to the car, I actively had to tell this man, we are never doing that again in the middle of that type of weather. Because like my brain processed new pain in that moment. Like I've never shivered so hard that I actually felt something inside of me start to tense up. Because shivering is your body fucking tensing up. Like I've never shivered so hard that it hurt, basically. We were barely prepared for that weather. Because I mostly thought, oh, so there's going to be some sort of bar central where there's like a bar here, a bar there, a pub here, a tavern there. Nah, we had to walk blocks. I mean, it's Jersey, so it's not a New York block, but we had to walk blocks to get from destination to destination or drive from destination to destination. Hence why after, getting hit with sheer cold, I was like, yeah, that's enough for tonight. I want to go home. I'm done. I wish to be a burrito. And honestly, in that moment, I deserved to be a fucking burrito. I deserved to be in the fucking loony bin. Man, I'm glad you guys matched each other. Nice try. Or don't resist. That's cool, we'll just get the one that can basically erase them. Oh, we're in an auto-scroller, got it. What's in here? Is this the way forward? No. So apparently we just gotta be going up. As a Kirby fan, a maximum tomato not at least taking 100 damage off of you feels so wrong. Oh, okay. Alright, well, thanks for the ride. Point proven, not a DK player. Moving on. That's what I told you to do, but whatever, we'll take it. Ow. Okay. Back there. That's locked. It kind of makes sense that in that story, I ended up being the fool in that one. He said, I could have just checked the weather app to, confirm that there was a fucking winter event going on. Goodbye. Alright. There we go. Not too bad. And now he's dead. So DK can't wall stick. That makes sense. He's a big boy. How did I not see this before? hitting that switch. Now we wait. Damn it, it doesn't go far enough. Oh, that's just you. Should probably... Okay, never mind. Ow. I'm still confused as to why you thought that would be a good idea. So do you just fly? And I lose Babam away. Trying to pick him up. Surprised that didn't count. Move, move. Oh, we can't go back that way. No. Blast out. Point proven. Blast off. Ow. Oh. Okay. Or do you expect me to go down there and chase after him? It's not what I know what this scenario is asking of me. Go away. Can you tell which of these characters I just happen to have a pocket of? There's a crack in the wall. It was a really weak crack in the wall. Hey, maybe don't do that. Oh no, he's executed Order 66. And there's Order 67. Oh wait, that was just Order 66.7. Yeah, because Order 67 would have had them start to, you know, like, resist this. They don't seem to care that we're trying to beat the crap out of them. Whoa, it's a robotic operating buddy the whole time? I had no idea about that. What does that change about the plot exactly? How exactly is that a review? Diddy, don't acknowledge this as though this is some sort of like That's no. He's still kind of just. How is this a reveal? You taking down how many of this fucker? Lead the charge. Can I not? I can't. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Samus. Actually, wait. You, then him. Yet again, Rowan, look away. Do I feel like participating in the bomb roulette, considering I know I would lose? Not trying to get bashed off the side. Right, the spikes. DI. Keep that bang on me. Where'd it go? Oh wait. Oh wait. It's a dud. I love how throwing things is just a better idea in this game than actually using them. Franklin badge is mine. I was supposed to grab him and throw him into that, but and there goes Dave. So Spamus. Like I said, throwing things is just a better idea. You can't argue against it. I dare you to find a scenario where you can argue against me just taking the thing that I'm supposed to use as just a regular item and just hucking it at you. Prove to me that it's a better idea. Instead of using the item, swinging it at you, why don't I just throw it at you? You're over there already. Nice try. No. DK, it's not working, dude. He's interfacing with them. Seriously, we should get gone. Thank you. We gotta get lost. Slowly. We gotta get lost very slowly. Specifically at the pace that the game has deemed necessary for the plot. Shit. Okay. Walls. Oh. That wasn't what I did, but whatever. fighting fit right now. Oh, okay. Here's what we're doing. I couldn't even tech that. No. Iframes. You can't fall through this like that. Come on, little buddy. Get in the hole. Just one. It's not worth it. Door. Pretty sure I only needed the one of those, but.
Come on!
It's the Blue Falcon. That's not the Blue Falcon. I'm pretty sure the ship is different. That's the ship, not the car. There's no way he could fit into Smash Ultimate. He's far too big. Samus, do something. Anchor it. Will this be the time that Rowan actually has to look away? I know this is one of the times when Malia has to look away. It's like, Strawberry, don't watch this. This is Samus gameplay that might actually make you sad. Even on the casual side. To be honest, I thought he was gonna slam the ship. If he is outspeeding the ship, how does he keep showing back up behind us? Mr. Saturn, how are you here twice? Not this time. He's dragging the ship. He's dragging the ship down. Okay. Okay, wait. And there goes Samus. So it was up to Pikachu to defeat the Metal Ridden. So it was up to Pikachu to defeat the... So... Never mind. It was up to Rob to defeat the Metal Ridley. Game, I'm gonna be honest with you, me going for items is a really bad idea against this guy. Especially with the amount of time that I just realized we have. I forgot we were timed during this part. Buddy, you're not helping. I really hope that's just a survival timer, because if not... Oh no, it wasn't a survival timer. You actually have to... Yeah, get up, get the fuck up. Damn it. Is it a dud? It's not a dud. Not sure how a soccer ball would help in this situation, but you know what? tried to do something about that. Then apparently that could just instant blast zone me. So yeah, you know, it just has multiple modes where you can just instantaneously blast zone me. I'm not sure why I thought that was gonna. You know, I wasn't sure why I thought that was going to work, and then I did it again and actually hit him, and it did just about nothing. And here he goes. Okay. I think that was a good idea. The groups are converging. Look at all that cash. Wow. So yeah, you know, that was the story about how we got kicked. Well, we didn't get kicked out of this place. Those places we didn't really get kicked out, but you know, Mother Guy basically said, y'all need to go the fuck home. A bish doesn't feel like being warm. So I'm just gonna tell it to y'all like it is. Go the fuck home. Story of how we got kicked out of a place. Well, technically we got kicked out of two places, but really, I didn't get kicked out. We kind of just needed to dip because either Stinks got kicked out or Stinks did something to draw way too much attention to us. Now we have to leave. So I'm gonna just tell the story about how we got kicked out of the place. So basically, it's around Halloween time. Not this year. This is like, again, 2 years ago, ironically enough. This is around 2 years ago. Actually, this is last year. This was last year. We were going to a Halloween party at his buddy's, no, it was not his buddy's place. It was at a club, and we went to this place because his buddy was a DJ and happened to be doing a set there. So we were basically there as the hype gang. So, you know, we had to be like kind of have public figures throughout this. We had to at least like we could keep to ourselves until homie was on the stage. Once he's on the stage, we're kind of performers at that point. I kind of accepted that, and I was like, I don't feel like dancing, so I'll just be part of the crowd that's behind the DJ, you know, hyping him up, saying that, you know, he's doing a great job and that everything's lit and shit. Which, easy job, mind you, it's Halloween and we're at a club. Like, everybody's already pre-gamed. There were like 2 other DJs that went on before him that weren't bad, but they weren't as good as the DJ who's friends with Stinks. Now, the entire time that we're just vibing and getting ready for, you know, the DJ set, Stinks is trying to collect himself while actively being part of, you know, his friend's pregame. Now, his friends all think that we're cool, mostly because of the fact that we're a chill person when you get to know us. Like, we're quiet, but we kind of just like vibing, really. Like, you won't see us on the dance floor anymore. That was mostly college shit, but like, I don't know, maybe the right person can convince us to go down there. Either way, find us at the lounge after you know, finally run out of dancing juice and go, all right, what are we drinking? Or, all right, what are we smoking? All right, what are we doing? That's where I am. That's where I thrive. So we're, you know, pre-gaming, getting ready for the set, and Stinks is barely able to contain himself, considering the fact that he pre-gamed this pre-game with an entire bottle of Hennessy and possibly about 10 pills of Trip C. I really hope that that's not still a thing. But yeah, he's on 10 pills of Trip C. I'm pretty sure he was also on coke, but don't quote me on that. This is a year ago, possibly 2 years ago. But he could be on 2 to 3 things, and now he's drinking light liquor. Not dark, light liquor. After ingesting an entire bottle of Hennessy. I'd flip Two-Face's coin as to whether or not, you know, he ate something prior to all of this, but I'm not too good at winning those coin tosses. I have a lot of holes in me from flipping that coin. Anyways, so like we all do a round of Casamigos, which is a light liquor, and that kind of does Stinks in, because by that point his system is like, I don't like what was just put in me. That doesn't really mix with the other things that you put in me. It doesn't mix with one of the things that's kind of like overtaken all the things you put in me. And then we go for another round. The bottle is gone by the time we finish our little pregame and get ready to go on the stage. So there's like, what, 8 of us total? And the bottle was gone. So only like 3 shots have been taken between all of us. And again, it's Casamigos. Like, this shit isn't light, but it's not exactly strong. So while, you know, the set's going on, we're having fun, it's going great. And then eventually Stinks goes, yo, I gotta sit down for a second. But instead of going to our, you know, booth next to where the DJ stuff is, he's within my field of view, just on a couch. And I'm like, all right, cool. I can keep an eye on him while we're still up here, you know, actually doing the hype man thing. You know, passing around the things, doing all the hype person stuff. Yeah, dancing in place, all of that stuff. 2 guys decide, fuck this, we're done being hype people, we want to dance. And they decide, all right, clear out, we're doing a dance battle. And they get into a whole dance battle in front of a DJ set. Like, we are literally the most lit group in the entire place, because before this, everybody was just kind of standing around, not really doing much, talking, chatting, acknowledging the fact that like half the people walked in here to have their ass out and not shake it. So eventually, after I'm like, all right, I'm kind of running out of breath here, I think I might want to take a second, maybe get some water. It's hot. And I look over to where, you know, Stinks was, and he's not there anymore. In fact, I look over again and I realize, wait, yeah, he is. He's just slumped over. Why is he slumped over? I step down to, you know, investigate why he slumped over, and before I can even get to him, he throws up. So, you know, he kind of like dribbles onto the couch. It didn't get on him, thankfully, but like, you know, the security guard was kind of watching that and was like, this is the point where I'm supposed to hand off a bottle of water and tell you to fix your shit. So he does just that. He tries to hand the bottle of water to Stinks, but Stinks is literally unresponsive. Well, I mean, he's still like, you know, he's still like, you know, breathing and whatnot. He's still, you could get his attention, but like the dude was waving a bottle of water in front of him as though his eyes were open and they weren't. So I just take the bottle from him and I'm like, I got it. And he's like, you better got it. You know, Stink kind of like comes back and is like, whoa, I'm not laying down. It's bad. And he sits up and I'm like, you should drink this. well, what the fuck? Just drink the bottle of water. Has some water, you know, kind of collects himself. We go back to the booth area, and you know, I get called back onto the stage. So now I'm like, I didn't expect that. All right, I'm coming. I'm going. I'm pulled away from Stinks again as the hype people are back to being the hype people. Only now there's two girls on the backstage area also joined into the hype group, and I guess one of them was like, yeah, come be hype with us. Come be hype with us. No, seriously, grab shoulder. Come be hype with us. She didn't grab my shoulder. She grabbed my hand, but like, you know, basically, come be hype with us. You're a hype person. Come be hype with us. So I go be hype with them for another 2 minutes. I look over the side, and I notice that Stinks is now completely fucking gone. Not on our area, not on the couch that I found him on. Mofo has gone poof. So, of course, I asked the girl that got off stage after she pulled me onto it, and then got too hot because of the fact that there was like 10 people on stage. There were like 2 other people as part of this group now, by the way. And then there were also people that were getting behind the DJ that were just like, we just want to be part of the hype gang. And we were just like, okay, there's a lot going on here. The DJ's able to work it on, but it's fucking hot. So I sat down, and I'm like, where'd Stinks go? This is low-key a really bad situation to have where, you know, the drunken person is wandering around, possibly tripping out a little bit. And I find the girl who like pulled me on stage, and I was like, hey, have you seen Stinks? And she's like, oh, he got kicked out. I was like, excuse me? He got kicked out. He was too lit. I feel like I should say that again. The place has a rule about it. You can't be too lit. You can't collect yourself. They kick you out. And I was like, huh. Well, that's not good. Are you his ride? Yes, I am. Well, I mean, you can call an Uber. And then my phone rings. I don't think he's gonna call an Uber. I pick up the phone after going to a quiet area, and I'm like, dude, are you good? Where are you? He's like, dog, they kicked me out. I don't know why. I'm like sitting here with the thought on my brain. Not the thought, the whole ass like angry Sakura in my brain. Sakura's inner voice going, you got kicked out because you literally couldn't fucking contain yourself, dumbass. You got kicked out because you dribbled onto their couches. You probably got kicked out because of the fact that you barfed on the couch. Like, that's something that they usually make you pay for. Or that they just, you know, kick you out for, which they did. And then on my way out, considering the fact that now I have effectively been reattached to this dude and can't stay at the party anymore, I see a sign that literally says, hey, if you're too drunk, too high, too whatever, we will kick you the fuck out. IJS. So I went back outside and, you know, after double confirming that I did see that sign on my way in, considering, you know, I passed it on my fucking way out, he's like, dog, they kicked me out, man. I don't understand why. And I was like, you were too lit. I wanted to say you threw up on their couch after taking a singular shot of Casamigos. Just like you took 3 shots of Casamigos, hung out with the group for 2 minutes, and then immediately slumped on one of their couches and barfed on it. I'm pretty sure that they probably tried to do a field sobriety test on you by, you know, waving that bottle of water in front of you, but you were unresponsive, and I basically cheated on it for you. So... Now, obviously, I didn't actually say that. I wanted to, but I didn't, because that is what happened, you know. You got too lit. Homie was like, hey, you need some water? And you were unresponsive. So I was like, yeah, I got it. I'll take that for you. I got it. I got it. Ironically enough, I don't go out to parties as much anymore. Like, being around people scares me. I was having fun. I actually considered dancing. Chauffeurs usually don't get lit enough to dance unless they just are party people, which I'm not. I kind of prefer to stay here, but that was one of the rare points where I was like, damn, I was just starting to have fun. Well, that's not a space station. Is this probably who dispersed all of our different ships? Yep. It's a good thing we've got sound effects and stuff going on over this, because that is music that we can't hear, we can't play. Alright, Kirby, time to end the scene. Man, all of this audio is gonna have to get muted. It's a good thing none of you fuckers talk. Into the Underdark, everybody. We finna go in the void. That's right, Olimar, into the void. We're in the void. Look, there's my library. I mean, it's still just a study. It's not that big. I mean, it's bigger on the inside. It's not big on the outside, but you know, it's a study. But like, that's where I live. I already know who the anchor's gonna be. Nah. I gotta be true. I was expecting this entire whole, you know, replay of Subspace to change a lot about how I play. Hence why I wanted it to be a mod. Just be like, hey, none of the people that you rely on are going to be people you rely on now. But now that you have an option, it's like, nah, you can kind of rely on the people that you rely on. People that you're good with. Except for those things. Those things kind of, you know, decide, hey, fuck you. Case in point. Homie just decided, nah, taking your stock and then fuck work. It's not what I told you to do. Whatever. Believe it. I just wanted you to do that. that was almost a catastrophe. And there's that catastrophe I was talking about. I forgot about you. Anyways. Low-key, having those two other dudes there made it harder to take out the army. It's getting dark. How dare you! Was burned out. And thus we can't play as him. Oh fuck, he's doing the thing that they didn't even want. Light. And now we have reached PONR. I know. Go back up. So yeah, you know, we've gone clubbing in inclement weather because of the fact that, you know, neither of us checked the weather. We got kicked out of a spot because, well, he was too lit. And not lit in the fun way. I meant lit in the, oh no, he's just throwing up all over the couch. We should probably get him out of here. This is going to become a problem for us if we leave him in here type of way because it's a bar. Aside from that, there have been like regular hangout times, those times aren't as bad, but they can be just as bad, not gonna lie. Because either we'll go to a place and he's, for some reason, just looking for trouble. At one point I wanted to acknowledge that it wasn't just him looking for trouble, and I wanted to just be like, oh, he's just hard of hearing because, you know, he's on many substances at once. But it was because he was low-key looking for trouble and thinking that everybody around him said something that would otherwise piss him off. Again, because he's on drugs. Like, I have a friend who works security. He flat out said, dude, I know what someone who's, you know, looking for trouble looks like. I know what they sound like too. That dude wanted to get into a fight, but low-key realized that I had a couple inches and a couple shirt sizes on him. It took him a second to realize that I had a couple shirt sizes on him, but you know, once that like clicked in, the dude's bad news, all right? The dude's bad news. And yes, the interaction went more or less like that. That wasn't me paraphrasing. It kind of did go like that. Like, it was just full on, I don't know how to say this nicely, dude. He's bad news. I'm not just saying this because of the fact that, you know, I like watching over some of the people that I work with, and you're cool, and you like making content with me, or at least writing scripts with me. But like, dude's bad news. Don't hang out with this guy. And then for some reason I kept hanging out with the guy. And then after that, met one of my other coworkers who ironically is younger than both of us. And she just looked at him, didn't even say a word to him. He said not a word to her. She just looked at him and immediately was on guard. Because she went from this relaxed demeanor that I usually see her in to standing straight up as though somebody told her, attention. Or somebody literally walked around like, guys, the boss is coming, quick, look busy. No, fuck that, just stay at attention. Like, she looks like somebody came in and told her, quick, look busy, looked around and realized, shit, everybody was busy. And then when he, walked off because I was still on the clock, her response was, he looked like a scammer. Because all I asked was, you don't stand straight up like that. You usually have a rather relaxed demeanor, but you look like you've seen a ghost. Are you good? He looked like a scammer. And like a vicious scammer. He was wearing nothing but designer. And his eyes were kind of tight gone. I kind of didn't really have anything to say in that moment because, like, what do you say then? How do you defend that? How do you fend that? Like, what do I do? I couldn't really do anything except change the topic, because that's what I did. I changed the topic. She had a low attention span. A lot of us do nowadays, so I was kind of just taking advantage of it. Now, aside from the fact that a friend has flat out went, yeah, he's bad news. Our other best friends currently went, yeah, he's sounding like he's turned into bad news. And then, someone who isn't our friend and is just a coworker flat out went, yeah, that dude puts me on edge. It's like there's many red flags just arising about the guy, and low-key that term has become so overused that it means nothing, but it's like, damn. There is a dancing flag girl behind you. For some reason, she's wearing nothing but red. Her flag is on the ground, and she's just... why is she salsaing? What is this? But yeah, aside from all of that, you know, literally everyone around us going, yeah, that dude's bad news. You probably shouldn't hang out around him. There were multiple points where anytime we hang out, he's either late when, like, I'm late, which is, if I'm already late and then you're late on top of me being late, that just makes you late. Because, like, I would show up damn near 10 to 20 minutes after he said, hey, meet me at this time or come pick me up at this time. And somehow he hasn't gotten in the shower yet. I never wanted to hang out with the dude before 11, and most of the time that I did hang out with the dude, it was at least 12. So it's like, if I got up, showered, brushed my teeth, shaved, and did all that stuff, how did you only just do the shower part when I pulled up? Like, I've either just been left waiting in the car or left waiting downstairs because I got sick of sitting because I have 2 herniated discs, which will probably slip when I get older. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I have been doing exercises to try and make it so that doesn't happen. But I also work in a job where I have to lift heavy boxes. So, two-faced coin flip. They're at the base of my spine too, so they won't cause too much damage, but that is kind of, you know, how you walk. I'm gonna put my hands out though. I'll probably catch myself. I'll more than likely catch myself. It's probably gonna hurt like a bitch. But yeah, left waiting downstairs, left vaping downstairs, left waiting at points. Usually I've even given it time, purposefully showed up late, and he still just went, yeah, I'll be down in 5. 20 minutes late now. I'm here, what's up, let's go to the place. And then there are points when he just doesn't respond. Like, there's some times where it's like, hey, we should hang out. We should really hang out. Come on, let's hang out. All right, fine. I'll be over in a little bit. And then I head over, and then I'm like, all right, I'm here. Stinks, I'm here. Hello? Well, I guess there will be a stream tonight. And then during stream, I get a text. It's like, damn, dude, I fell asleep, or damn, dude, my phone died, or damn, some sort of inclement thing happened that made it so that I couldn't respond in that time that I needed, that it would have been really good for me to, you know, respond with something saying along the lines of, I'm gonna be late, or like, you know, I kind of can't hang out right now. Normally it would be, I'm gonna be late, and then he'd be like, come on, let's still hang out. And I'm like, dog, I already left. Like, I went home. At one point it would be like, all right, let's just meet halfway, considering the fact that this is so difficult. How about we meet at the diner? Since, you know, that is a thing. We met at the diner once. And no, that's me misremembering things. I just remembered that that memory wasn't actually with Stinks. That was with, wow, that was with Bun Bun. Bun Bun also said to, you know, not hang out around this guy. But yeah, never actually met this dude at the diner. Now that I'm remembering things a little bit more correctly, because I just remembered that was when me and Bun Bun met up for Friendsgiving instead. It was like, that was one of the days where it's like, hey, might be meeting one of my friends today. And she was like, oh, cool. That sounds like fun. And then it was like, oh, well, take this basket from me. Here, take this basket from me. And then we kind of just went home. And then, damn, dude, I missed the hangout. How about we try for another day? So we did try for that other day. And then on that other day, can you take a wild guess at what happened? Yeah, you know, shut up the place. No response. No response until, like, long after I went home, started streaming. Final time when I just got fed up was just straight up, all right, how about this? Go to the diner. All right, cool, let's meet at the diner. And you didn't show up. So by this point I was like, all right, fuck the diner. I'm going for a walk because now I'm pissed off. Because like, I like had shit that I could have planned out for this day. Because this is when I was still like making, yeah, this was around the point when I was still making Argue With Me Under the Starlights. So I was like, damn, that was an hour of drawing the same fucking picture over and over again that I could have done. Which means that I could have probably started editing this fucking video by now. So I decided to go for a walk because, you know, I was pissed, kind of like I am right now. Actually, much more so than I am right now because I was in the moment. So I was basically fuming. I was angry. So I was just like, yeah, we're going for a walk. Start getting hit up. I'm like, dude, I missed the hangout again. And I'm like, no. If I say anything to you, it's not going to be nice. So I'm just not going to say anything at all. And I just kept walking, you know? I got some taquitos. I loitered at some spots, the park, the college campus that's usually open. Mostly in the spots outside because I don't want to interact with students because I'm, you know, too old to be interacting with people who are wildly younger than me makes me uncomfortable. Even if they're technically adults, it's like interacting with like barely legal adults makes me uncomfortable. Hence, I'm like a ghost when I'm like loitering there. Because like it's an open campus, you can walk around some areas. There are signs that flat out say, hey, we're going to check your ID. So if you don't have a student ID, there's gonna be a bit of a problem. You lied to me, you said the controller was disconnected. So I was telling the story, but I was taking too long because clearly the game went, oh, your controller disconnected. But then it didn't because I just pushed a button on the controller and it was fine. As though it never even shut off, never had to reconnect. But yeah, you know, that was the point when I was like pissed off with him. And then it was like, hey, let's try for this again. I promise I won't be late or like miss out on it this time. So I went, all right, fine. Since it seems so difficult for you to get to this one spot that's low-key like 4/5 of the way to my spot, how about we meet at the spot that's low-key like 3/5 of the way, I guess? I don't know. Basically, let's go to a spot that's further away from mine. It's a park. This way, you don't have to conduct yourself. You don't have to, you know, do anything other than just be on drugs and smoke, I guess. And there's a whole thing of, hey, do you have anything? Like, we could make it a whole celebration since it's the first time we've hung out for this year, for real this time. And I was like, I have Bud, so we can vape. Just I have Bud and Nick, we can vape. He's like, all right, cool. We shall be as though kings. And I go to the park, and this is like not a park, like this isn't one of those parks with a jungle gym and stuff. There's no swings, there's no jungle gym, there's no children running around. There's nature. And my headphone hat at a low volume. Like, I was basically going, how about this? We're going to go where there are literally no other people and you can do whatever the fuck you want. You could literally OD if you wanted to. Please fucking don't do that. Because I will call an ambulance and then I will leave you with the bill. And I will tell them what happened. There's like, I know the difference between the ambulance and the cops. One's gonna keep you alive and the other's gonna put you away. More than likely after they make sure that you're alive. We were supposed to meet up at the park twice. It didn't happen. One of the times I was just already at the park and I was like, well, I guess it's your lucky day considering I was already not doing anything and didn't want to be in the house. And then it ended up ruining my mood. I can't help but wonder how this whole scenario would have went if like if somehow, some way, in an alternate universe where this can happen, even though these scenarios aren't even linked in a way that they can happen that way, I can't help but wonder, what if I had easy access, or what if one of the other 3 people within this friend group had easy access to me instead of Stinks? Would Finale still exist? Ugh, we remembered that crush we had on Kat. Or rather, would I have remembered the crush I had on Kat? Honestly, I still haven't gotten like a confirmation on this, but I'm pretty sure that Sio just like tolerated me. I'm pretty sure Russ just had other shit going on because he did have easy access to me, but like, life happens, you know? Shit happens. Be busy. Something that certain people kind of don't really realize at certain points, because now that I've fully gone into the whole, I need to prep this animation thing so that way I can just start tossing things into backgrounds and tossing things into animation stills. Because I've just been doing nothing but making animation stills and editing down like kind of quick made videos. And while yeah, I do stream here and there, like what I'm doing right now, there are points where it's like, I haven't told anybody what I'm doing, and I kind of realized that I only really tell people on Discord what I'm always doing because of the fact that that's where I post most of my art. Most of these animation stills where I'm just like, hey, here's a new character that I started drawing 47 different fucking times because I decided this person needs to have prep frames and action frames and impact stills and points where they're slamming things through objects. Or like, here's a new form I came up with because of the fact that I need to have a wolf that can 1, shoot webs, 2, catch rocks in midair, and 3, trebuchet them back at whoever just tried to fucking throw them at them. And meanwhile, there's Stinks just going, yo, we gotta hang out. Yo, we gotta hang out. Yo, we should hang out. Yo, you're my only therapist. I need to hang out with you. Meanwhile, I'm here like, I need a fucking therapist, dog. I work in retail. I deal with the public. I have to fix people's tech problems now. That doesn't really sound like all that much of a problem, but it's like, wow, so many things have just been literally fixed by me not saying, have you tried turning it off and on again, but literally going, can I see your phone? And then turning it the fuck off and turning it the fuck back on. And then trying to do the thing that they did in front of me, and wow, it just suddenly works. I also can't tell you how many iPhone users, old iPhone users, I've run into that go, my ringer stopped working. I can't hear anything on this thing. People keep getting angry at me because they're calling me and texting me, but I can't fucking hear my phone go off. And then I take their phone from them and I turn their ringer back on. Not like by going into their settings and clicking all the, volume buttons, because they had inadvertently clicked volume down for a really long time, thinking that was the, power button. No. These are old iPhones. Their volume buttons are on the other side of the fucking phone. They just forgot that there's a clicker on the top end of the phone that goes, hey, do you want people to shut the hell up? Cool. Just click me into this red zone and I'll do that for you. Now, the reason why there are so many people that just suddenly forgot that this is a thing is because there's a lot of iPhone users that finally broke their parents and went, hey, you know how I've shown you that FaceTime thing that I'm always doing where my wife is with the kids, but I'm here with y'all? And you're like, wow, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really fucking annoying to do, and I'm not gonna fucking do it anymore. Get a goddamn iPhone or you will never see your grandkids ever fucking again. Now, I'm exaggerating only a little bit with that. Somebody actively did come into the store and say, my son said that I will never see my grandkids again if I don't get an iPhone. Those were her exact fucking words. These are the people I deal with on a daily basis. Their family threatens them with something that you can literally fix with WhatsApp or Duo. Meanwhile, this guy's like, let's hang out. My only therapist, let's hang out. It's like, dog, leave me the fuck alone. Damn. It's like, maybe I do nothing but socialize. How about I stop fucking doing that for 5 goddamn minutes? Especially considering your form of socializing is getting completely stoned out of your goddamn mind and then having somebody on a leash drag you around like you're a fucking zombie. It's literally the reverse form of kiting. Instead of you, basically with a zombie on a leash trying to keep it from attacking you, instead of you with the chain chomp on a leash trying to keep it from ramming at you, while also using its ramming speed to go to the destination you're at, it's as though you have a zombie that has a leash around its wrist, not around its neck, around its wrist. The one with the leash around his neck is you. And you know what you gotta do? You need to drag that zombie over to where the goal, objective, or even fucking errand is. And you need to keep that zombie from getting distracted, because otherwise the zombie's gonna fucking bite somebody and start the goddamn zombie apocalypse. That's what it feels like to walk around with this dude while he's stoned out of his brain. I don't know if he still does Trip C. I don't know if he still does coke. He talks and acts like he does. He types like he does. There was a point where there was a fucking bird in my house. Okay, I know. Shut up, all right? Shut up, I know. Oh, there was a bird in your house. It was probably lunch for you. No, not like that. Drop the veneer. I am not actually an owl that's only 3 foot tall. I am a man who's about 5'9", 5'8". I don't know. I'm not that tall. I am a short king, as you would, but that doesn't really matter because even still, like, just short king who's about 5'8", 5'9", 5 inches and change. Average size king who's about 6 inches and change. Even still, looking at the scenario, one way or the other, you kind of both sit there like, what the hell do we do about this? When you hear a strange noise coming from the inside of the house, and it's not an intruder, or at least it's not a normal intruder. It's not the intruder that you're expecting. It's a starling. Yeah, there was just a whole starling just inside that. There was just a whole bird that just like was fucking around with our chimney, and realized that what it was trying to walk on wasn't a black, like, you know, stand point for it to walk on, but just a hole. So it fell for a bit. You know, it's a bird. It like slowed its descent, and then, you know, went down to the bottom of the place. Now, in this scenario, we found out that Mom, Yin, had left the fucking chimney flute open because Plague, you know, is in the middle of eating his lunch and hears that strange noise and is like, what the hell is that? Now, I don't know if he, like, you know, spun around with the knife from his food as like a self-defense weapon, or possibly the fork as a self-defense weapon, considering the fact that this was a sound that did not sound like a person. But he spins around and he's like, Oisy, you might want to come see this. And I'm like, what's up? What happened? What's going on? I'm thinking that some sort of like leak has happened. Mind you, I'm like, I wasn't having the best day already, so I'm like, I literally rolled out of bed when this happened. So I'm still in my nightgown. I'm like, what's up? What's going on? What's happening? He's like, look at the chimney. I look at the chimney and I see a little eye looking back at me. And I'm like, that Plague just immediately knows that I'm just gonna sit here fucking babbling like an idiot. He's like, that's a bird. I'm like, yeah, that is in fact a bird. What do we do about this? I don't know. Like, we're sitting here like, how the fuck do we get you out of here? None of the windows in this room open. So we're both racking our brains as to what to do about this guy. He's sitting here flipping out, panicking like a little bitch because there's these two gigantic people looming over him while he's stuck in some sort of cage that he doesn't know how to get out of. He just fell like 3 fucking stories, mind you, so he's scared out of his goddamn mind. Like, he fell 3 stories, he's covered in this weird black stuff, he doesn't like it, he's whipping it everywhere, there's ash getting everywhere, it's a whole mess. And like, eventually I'm like, okay, we need to direct this thing towards a window or something. He's staring at the window while I'm saying this, but I'm like, but that window doesn't fucking open. And if we just open this thing, he's going to go for that window, smack right into it, and fall behind the couch. And then he's going to get up and start becoming a nuisance for the house. So instead of just opening the thing, we like get bed sheets, start closing off doors and shit to the house, which, since he's in the living room, there are no doors for us to close, so we close off the den. We like hope and pray that he's not going to somehow escape the tunnel we make for him, as we get bed sheets and just like start holding them over the opening to the chimney, open the front door wide as hell, prop open the fucking storm door, and then it's like, just, well, I guess everything's held up now. I guess we just hope. So we open the fucking chimney card thing, and he's like smacking into the blankets and shit, realizing, wow, I don't have enough weight to actually push through this. So he just follows the actual blankets out and actually goes the fuck outside. So mind you, I'm posting about this on my Snapchat, hence how Stinks heard about it. But mind you, Stinks is drunk or high or on something or not on something or not on enough of something, because he's just looking at this and going, huh. Hey, you got time to hang out? He literally like replied to the story bit, the one that shows just a bird inside the fucking house covered in ash, staring at my camera like, yeah, it's me, I'm a bird. You wanna fucking let me out of here, you fucking psychopath? Staring at me like I'm the crazy one. And he replies to that with, hey, you trying to hang out? We should hang out. Like, I just got finished getting effectively an intruder out of my house, dog. Leave me alone. It's gotten to the point where I can barely post on my Snapchat, which is supposed to be like my private little non-binary wall. And like, I don't even really post all the horny stuff that I used to post on my non-binary wall, hence why I turned my non-binary wall into my non-binary wall, my horny wall into my horny wall. Because it used to be a non-binary horny wall, but then I separated the non-binary part into the normal non-binary and the horny part into the horny part. And now it's literally like, wow, I post my horny one as though it's just a normal portal, as though it's just a normal Snapchat. That's wild. Like, I was making soup the other day, and like, instead of doing all of the food creator stuff where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna set up a camera, and I'm gonna re-record every time I do something wrong, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, I'm gonna show you me chopping stuff. Instead, I just showed me like throwing the stuff in the pot and just went step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And step 3 was like, I was pouring chicken broth or like storing or something. I forgot what the actual order was. Not gonna lie, I was making it up as I went along. I just wanted to make food. And he, for some reason, goes, step 3, make fucking time to see me, your best friend, who hung out with you at Six Flags and got sick with you in the car at one point because we got motion sickness really easy when we were children. I made it sound nicer than what he said, but basically he was going, hey, when the fuck can we hang out? And I was like, dog, I just got off work and I'm just cooking for myself. Leave me alone. Like, it's no offense to the guy. I really don't want there to be offense to the guy, but by this point, it's like, dog, fuck off. Leave me alone. Let me live my fucking life. I'm still trying to pick up pieces that I didn't even know that were in pieces. Trying to fix parts of myself I didn't even know were fucking broken, while actively finding out that, well, certain things that I thought I wanted, I don't actually fucking want anymore. Like, you have a girlfriend, you have a whole life in another freaking part of it, in another town. Like, fucking live your best shit. Are you so worried about me? It's one thing I never really understood about the whole thing, because it's like, damn, you're wanting to hang out with me so much, but you have a girlfriend. You have other friends to hit up. And most of the time that you hit me up, I'm at work. Most of the time you hit me up, I'm literally in the middle of something. Most of the time you hit me up, I can't be there. Half the time I just didn't have a fucking car. So it's like, I'm kind of stranded. I can't go anywhere, and I'm not paying for an Uber. The fact that he used LGBT slurs is kind of like a whole can of worms in and of itself, and that can of worms has literally figured out different vocabulary by this point. Hence, I've stopped regarding them. But like, dog, You have a girlfriend, and we went to the strip club as some of the first times we hung out. You effectively cheated on this bitch multiple times, and she is somehow still with you. Meanwhile, I have nothing. How's about you enjoy that? You just enjoy the fact that you have something. Like, you have somebody waiting for you when you come home, or who at least talks to you when you're about to go to sleep. I had that at one point. The thing was with the talking to you until you want to go to sleep thing was they wanted to go be on call until we went to sleep, which, like, that's not what I wanted. It's gonna sound corny, but I wanted the cute little you hang up. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. All right, fine, I'll do it. Fine, I'll actually go. Because, you know, it's like 1 a.m. and I have to be up at 10, so I'll go. He probably has that. I mean, his girlfriend's been in jail before, so I don't fucking know what their relationship is like. It could be like, you know, Nick Canyon and Beer Pup, where like they love each other, but they're kind of hands off about it. I don't know. I know they fuck because that's at least something that, you know, Stinks talks about. The whole thing's messy. I just don't want to be part of it anymore. Because by this point, it's like, all right, you're trying to get me to hang out with you. Why are you getting pissy with me about it? You're getting pissy with a retail worker while they're off the clock. That's dangerous. No offense. That's actually really fucking dangerous. Especially if I know that it actively messes with you mentally, that your best friend, since, you know, the first times you were able to be aware, doesn't want to hang out with you anymore. Because one thing, I know he doesn't watch these all that often, but if I know that that's going to mess with Stinks' mind when he is actively messing with mine by adding to the stressors that I already have to deal with, then guess what? We're in the middle of a tango. No one is going to like this dance. The crowd is throwing thorns, not roses. They're not throwing tomatoes. The spotlight is on just us. It's hot. The clothes are tight. But guess what? You stop dancing, your paws are going to burn, bitch. Because I don't know if he has anything wrong with him. I don't know if there's like things wrong with his head, but like, I have depression. This shit only goes to a point until I get pissed off and then fizzle out. And once I fizzle out, I physically can't care anymore. It's like the fire becomes ash and then it just smolders until it's nothing. You can get pissy with me all you want. I'm just going to become more despondent. Alright, or you could just, you know... Apparently, I'm not supposed to go around this way. And I see why they were trying to limit me. They clearly wanted to limit my power by not having me come in here. It's like, oh, ignore that one. You don't gotta pay attention to that one, I promise. Alright. Oh, hey, it's better than me. I'm floaty, bitch. This is what I do. He says, stop watching. I know you're watching. Stop watching. This is the one point where you decided to tune in. Stop watching. This is going to make you upset, dog. Alright, Sai, I know you're watching, Sai. Stop watching. This is just going to make you sad. It's not going to piss you off. It's just going to make you feel sad, dog. There we go. I'm not sure why they thought that. Never mind. You still missed. Yeah, I kind of don't have time to make it. Shit. Get up, get up. Come in. Put me.
Continue.
Get up. me in already. Damn. I don't have time for you. And maybe don't do that. That's what you're trying to do. Are you proud of me now, Limex, son? I know that wasn't Kirby, but okay, well, don't do it again. Slap him. Thank you. I mean, I said slap him, but I'll take it. So that very clearly wasn't everybody that you could possibly get out of that labyrinth, as you could have found, you know, everybody. But again, I'm not here to 100% the game. Really, I'm just playing this because this is one of the few games I can play that just reminds me, oh yeah, I had a childhood, didn't I? This kind of ran a good chunk of it. And this is a game that a CEO showed me. She was like, oh yeah, it was really fun. And now I want to play with them now, and it's just be like, hey, I've been to tournaments about this, and you know, I make videos and junk. Because again, they're a photographer, and I'm a chibi artist. I mean, their stuff is a bit more. There's a bit more message in their stuff. There's more artistic meaning in their stuff, in my opinion. But soon. Been trying to shut out distractions so that way I can actually make this happen, but soon. I still remember when Stinks hit me up. I finally got through to me, considering the fact that they were trying to hit me up on Facebook, which the main reason they were using Facebook is because of the fact they were using Facebook Marketplace to scam people. So I guess that should have been a kind of indicator as to things, especially after he flat out told me, oh yeah, I'd be scamming, I'd be scheming, I'd be doing all this shit, I'd be grimy up in this shit, I'd be hitting the jug. I still remember when Stinks hit me up and told me, oh yeah, I've been thinking about like getting into rapping and doing all this other stuff. I like the face tattoos and everything. Just haven't been able to get into studio time. That was another one of the points when, back when I was still all music brained, I was like, oh yeah, this could be the point where we get in. We start making this stuff instead of just, listening. That never happened. I kind of explained to him that you don't really need to go to the studio. There's so many applications, things that you can just buy, things that you can just find, things that you can just use, free source, open source, to just clean up audio. And it was like, low key, this could just be like, I could do this at home. If people do that, they just do this shit at home now. It's not gonna be like super studio grade, mostly because there's no super studio, but like, the things people make are good, and sometimes somebody can become completely famous just from their fucking bedroom. Example, Tom Cardy. Somebody could just be chilling in their bedroom and be like, I want to make a song about why I'm anxious, because I want to make a song about anxiety. We're just going to make a song about being anxious, all right? Yeah, we're going to do that. Fuck it. You know what? We're going to make a song about how, like, the New Game Plus thing, the protagonist probably gets bored of that after a while and wants to do something the fuck else. And then when they do that something the fuck else, doesn't actually turn out as fulfilling as they wanted it to be, you know? What if a video game character had to go through the whole thing of, hey, maybe this isn't as fulfilling as I thought it would be? It's like, again, in his bedroom, by himself, surrounded by technology, just cleans up the audio, makes all the beats himself, does all that shit himself. At home. No studio. Has worked with Montaigne and the Washtub Rebellion Party. Has worked with Montaigne and TWRP. I can just throw Starbomb in there too, considering the fact that he's worked with Dan Avidan too. Still remember there were just like dreams I had where it was just like, hey, Jax, we finally got in. We finally got in. Me and Stinks have been making beats and stuff. I didn't tell Stinks about this yet, but you should check out this beat, see if you like it, start writing lyrics on it. This shit's gonna be big. That never happened. It's not gonna happen. We got kicked out of a speedway too. Not like a real speedway, go-kart spot. Got kicked out of a go-karting spot because homie got out of his car during an active race. So they had to stop everything before he got run the fuck down, caused an indoor car accident, which I'm pretty sure is worse than an actual car accident, even with the safety equipment, because I'm still pretty sure that go-karts are heavy. Get up. Shoot. Oh, it is. How about now? That's it. There's a portal somewhere spinning up. Yep, there it is. I bet not now. Can't help but feel like I'm going to be racing. I literally actively saw it and tried to attack it. No. Look, refresh. I'm not a Kirby player. I'm a Meta player. And even then, I'm not a better Meta Knight player than you. You know that this is objectively true. Where did you even come from? Don't say in the ground, you weren't there before, I killed you. Not gonna lie, this is low-key a better version of Smash Kirby because I kind of prefer the, yo-yo spin over the fire dash. That's just a personal preference thing now. Doesn't really matter in the long run. Things are going to change, especially with time. I guess in this case, Magnet Nubs is a battleground. Guess who's back? Not what I'm telling you to do, but whatever. Over the side. Over the side. Over the side. I shouldn't collect you because it's technically your fault. Hey, keep growing. You gained a new subscriber. Where are you from? I am from the US, specifically the East Coast. Also, thanks for subscribing. Not gonna lie, you missed all the ranting, which is actually perfect, because now you can just see all the retro gameplay. Ironically enough, you can see the normal Kirby gameplay as... Or, never mind. Now you can see the normal Kirby gameplay as I fight against ludicrous enemies and different forms of burners. Or it could not attack in the time that I thought it was going to attack. That is a thing you can do. You're going to have to turn around. Blast off. Snatch. Right. And you increase your mic volume? It's kind of low. I probably need to turn down the actual game volume and then also increase my mic volume because the mic is actually attached to my neck. Probably help if I use at least one special attack. Don't you dare move that camera. It also kind of doesn't really help that I'm kind of soft-spoken too. Okay, there we go. Actually, while I have a second, increase that a bit. Game sounds kind of fine where it is, but I guess I can turn it down to there. And just for good reference, mic on that. Magic staircase. Oh boy. Oh, I'm buried. I was wondering why I couldn't move. Anyways. And I'm buried. Resist. No. And there goes the gun. Thanks, now it's better. Awesome. Wait. Gotcha. Mine. I guess we can take you. You know he can't feel any of that, right? All right, and off he goes. Kirby's just like, what just happened? Yeah, your buddy's been busy. Dude, what the fuck? Behind you. No, behind you. It's not money, dude. Another person watching, welcome to the stream. Please like and subscribe. Do like and subscribe, you know? Do all of those fun internet buttons. Do like the video, because, you know, whenever I say the word like, apparently the button glows now. And if you subscribe, apparently the button does a little animation too. I kind of wish that there was a thing for commenting, but they haven't done that yet. I don't think they're going to do that. Ignore that. Okay, I'm gonna have to choose this carefully. Yet again, I know who the anchor is gonna be, but yeah, Pikachu, Mario, Fox, main character. Back to the maze. Oh, it's a save point. I thought we got to 69% for a second. Disappointment. It's measurable disappointment, though. I buffered a dodge, but whatever. Right. PD doesn't matter. Okay, well that was supposed to be a dodge, but you know what? We'll take a perfect. Wow. That was a dodge. Alright, well. Unlucky for you, I happen to be friends with Sato, who's a Pichu maid. Which means I get Pikachu practice. Or at least I had Pikachu practice. They're kind of the reason why I play Pikachu as one of my pockets now. What's this? Oh, it's the Kirby door. You know, for as much as I do play this game, I keep forgetting this is technically made by HAL Labs, so a lot of things that are executed in Kirby, you're going to see them here. Like, it's not just Pikachu. It's not just Sakurai working on this, it's the Kirby team. Getting Koopa. There we go. That's Franklin badge, metal. Bet. Wait, I need that. Ow. Ow. Mine. I can't take that through the door. I didn't actually want you to walk tech there. Now go through the door. Now we go this way. So they're a one tap. There's nothing above that cloud. Do-do-do-do. Isn't this? Isn't this where Pit was like dropping in the beginning of the game? Well, that doesn't really answer my question. Well, Link's dead. Anyways, that's the end of the wall. Anyways, you're in the way. I don't need to save just yet. You are all just in my way. I will headbutt you more. Okay. fixed it. And apparently the spikes are gone too, so we take those. That is not what I told you to do. I don't know if some other obstacle is going to get in the way. Just move. Just do it. Okay, he didn't turn around. Just do what Luigi tells you to do. You better move. I don't really have anything that can stretch that, so... It would appear as though we have reached an impasse. Alright, I'm gonna go. Enjoy. You have a good night. Yeah, just... No. Oh, I see. I'm just blind. I feel like that should be enough, but just in case. No. Ow. Have a great night. Now you gotta go, buddy. I'll be taking that. I actually like spicy kip. I actually like spicy curry. How did I hit myself with that? Mr. Saturn, if you had something to do with this, I swear we're going to have problems. Shut up. Come here. We're gonna go save the world. Okay, well, I guess I'm off to save the world. Not protect it. Nope, and I didn't tech it. Main character time. Enough. Oh. Just take it. Yeah. Shut up. No. Pretty sure it's a dead end anyway, but I just want to destroy it. I don't trust you. It's not what I am, or whatever. I thought I two-framed him there for a second. Oh, well, that could be a problem. You are so lucky you didn't get hit by that. What's this way? What's this way? Nah, get back up here. This matchup is terrible for you, dog. I have to find them all. Getting rid of that Franklin badge ASAP. Block. How did that? The Franklin badge. Continue. Get up. The Franklin badge reflected it. That won't help you. My move. You're not what I'm here for. No. reel at you. Alright, we can get the key out. Your lives don't actually matter. You are only in the way. That is not what I input first, but whatever. What's this way? Gotcha. That wasn't my best idea. Where even am I? No, seriously, where the fuck did you... Where did you spawn me? So clearly I'm gonna have to backtrack that. Oh, you learn. Really? No. No. Telling you, those cavemen, they were onto something. All those cavemen from all that time ago, they might have had a good idea with all those rocks they were throwing. Move. Like, actually move. You're a very stupid enemy. Now these things work now. Okay, I can stick to silver for some reason. Stop. Spawning more of them. Mario, please jump. You are Jumpman, please jump. Open up. Who's in here? Oh, great. Buffer to dodge. Yeah, you know, the one that probably works better for that. Well, I was gonna throw it at him, but it was already empty anyways. Okay. That was not... Thank you for wasting it. Very nice. Don't shoot. Damn you for being so damn floaty. Pull the fuck out of that dodge. Well, I missed all of those stickers. Well, I missed 69%, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut it for right now. This is mostly a story time type of VOD stream, but you know what? Then again, the people that are watching this for the story time bit probably came here for the story time stuff, considering that's what I do with my story times. I ramble. Sometimes while venting, sometimes while drinking, but otherwise, thank you to those who joined in, and thank you to those who watch in the future. You won't hear when I do these outros, but it's basically something that's baked into every single one of the videos, sometimes multiple times. You don't realize it, but I do actually have better will toward you. So, you know, just know that I appreciate y'all. And for those that actually were silently listening, thanks for some reason for listening to all of that.
Fight me. Come. Fight me. Huh.